How we gonna wait till this time on here to turn? Well, I guess it just did, huh? We'll get this shit another little bit, but it just turned, man. We just want to go ahead and just, I guess, we continuing off what we was trying to do on the Mother's Day. It wasn't a disaster completely. We just did not get the heat we wanted to distill. So we're gonna do like one of them breweries that had that 60 plus proof or percent ABV rather. They freeze it still a motherfucker. I ain't saying we coming out on this shit like that, but I'm saying like to that high ass ABV. What I will say, we gonna work the rest of what we had for that the little Mother's Day. It wasn't a complete fuck up, but we gonna work we gonna work something extra because what we was trying to do with that whole situation was it was gonna represent to a little special situation. I feel not just because of Mother's Day, just having we doing it on Mother's Day, but fuck it, we just gonna call it the Mother's Day shit or whatever. Well, sorta, but actually, what we was going into when you look at a few things around, man. Oh yeah, then change again in a second. Okay, when you just come back with it, man. When you look around again, this is actually where we going with it right here. We got a few little situations, man, that I think when you put a few things along, like a reality of a lot of shit, whether it's politics, sports, whatever. It's not a prediction market. Y'all know the little prediction market joints and all that shit, man. But we still gonna peep this ABV out shit, man, and gonna play it a little bit, but it's not like gambling predictions. It's just saying, but y'all know how. We just saying that in sports, politics, just reality shit. Period. But there's a lot of shit I think that when you look at a world corporation, that's why we're trying to say it like that. So you got elements or things people are into, and I think that where rap has gotten into now at this point, and not just rap, but a lot of entertainment shit, a lot of reality shit, a lot of shit with the people, and the shit happen. I think this shit just kind of, I mean, just represent. We just adding a little something, man. I think we talk about a few things like look at what certain shit is, man. With people, whatever entertainment, whatever shit they into, making boxes, whatever the fuck. Just certain shit, man. We want to bring it to the underground shit on this. That's what it is. But we still want to take a look, I guess, at certain shit that affected the play. But it's just a little rapid. Go underground with the shit. We got it here, man. You can tell it's really under gonna check this motherfucker. Well, this motherfucker right here. That's just them little jalapeno chilies and shit. All that little thick ass white shit. It's kind of creamy that you see at the top. We finna swivel it or swish it around rather. The hands are clean. We did it. Believe it or not. You ain't gotta believe the shit, but it's all real. We're gonna work this black spoon. We're just showing what we got. It ain't gonna be a long ass situation. Just want to show all the little liquid in there. That's all like milk and we want a spicy motherfucking milk. We could add some cherries, but we got a little. Like we only just got some a little lemon in this shit too. That's it. Hot ass lemon and milk and shit like that. You add whatever, but the main thing is to get that curdle. Shit, so we seen a little bit of the shit on the damn show, the moonshine, they curdle. But people been doing it. If they do make milk like that or whatever, milk to curdle or something. Yeah, people have done that. But I think it's just we actually obviously finna add some yeast to this shit and add some sugar. Though all the milk has natural sugar, but it's clearly not enough. So ironically, milk is the healthy, right? It's just 2% milk, but I know people say it ain't healthy. Nah, people just don't like animals, so they don't drink the milk. But it's actually healthy. That's the point. But doesn't matter if you don't like it because of the being or the animal or whatever it is. People like only like some. It doesn't matter. We're just saying healthy shit is healthy shit. But we finna add the sugar, and once we freeze distill it, obviously it's gonna drain out, leave those water and all that behind, and just whatever liquid drip out, that's still gonna be it. So we gonna take it a little underground, motherfucker, right here. Of course, we're gonna have some jam shit. We gonna go with a little combination. I ain't really into today's shit too much. Not too much of that, but I fuck with some of them joints, man. Some of them joints. Uh, be surprised, even sexy way and shit, all that. But of course, we going right and do what I do, new jazz, soul shit, and all that other shit. I think you got a dope ass underground situation sometimes that still go on. When you see jazz bars and shit like that nowadays, or jazz on YouTube, and people put them live little joints or whatever. I think it's gone to that point, and so it's adding, but doesn't mean it's best or it's not best to add to where it's now it's online. But that's all right. But it's to represent, and I think that's just where we coming from with the shit right here, little underground. Man. The can we got it in. We're not doing it on purpose. It's just what we got, so we just putting it in that can. What it is we wanted the shit to be able to work right. We could just put it in the bag or put it in that milk jug you see over there. But we ain't gotta we ain't gotta. I mean, that might I don't know how they're gonna do it because it can explode or whatever, and then the bag's a little better. So just working that out. We finna add these and shit. Shut the fuck out. You know what it is. But of course we come with the rap shit too, and a little bit of that, and uh, let's say that I'm just talking about some underground rapping. I know they do this motherfucker from Africa. You see Ghana, you see how them motherfuckers do with the rubber hoses and they still they do some real shit like, but we seen also in the Asia, high mountain lands and the forest shit. Of course, we seen Moonshine as only the distiller. They went to South America or whatever. I'm just saying, you got your shit around, the world or whatever. But in the mix of all that, man, the underground shit that's taking on certain shit reality. When I say taking on certain shit, I'm talking about underground, the look, the the tenacity. When I say that, I mean it's known for doing certain shit, certain DJs, certain shit, certain clubs, certain bars. It's just like you had arena football, you had NFL. Both are pro. It's just NFL has more the higher caliber shit, but arena football has NFL players too. They were former NFL players, but they still have high caliber shit. They just not like the most revered of quality, shit like that. I'm just giving an instance. Football wasn't that underground, but sometimes they had a little evidence around it, shit like that. The way it played with the people, it was like a small thing, something small you can get, small pro shit. They didn't have this big ass market like the NFL. NFL wanted to fuck with it at one time, but you know how that turned out. NFL, man, she backed the fuck out of that. She got the fuck on. Football wanted to, kind of take over the shit. But football, I guess they made that mistake. But that was the business, motherfuckers. This is way past the 1990s when that happened. They wanted to merge the shit or whatever, or make a deal with that. But for the 1990s and the 80s and shit, football was actually on point. Even 2G shit, it was still on point. But it was at a point in the 2G shit, they left the people in the city. They kind of wanted that big ass NFL market. The NFL wanted to just murder it or do some deals with them. The football wanted to do this other shit. We passed the NFL. But don't get me wrong, the football, they could do that because they had NFL caliber players. And some of those players were former NFL players. They just couldn't stick on the team because you had more better players, but they still hadn't made it to the NFL, still played a little bit. The point I'm making is that football know what the fuck they had. I'm just giving an instance. But besides that, I'm just saying, that shit, boom, if you try to work it, milk it, whatever, but that's all it's worth. Nah, but what we gonna do here, man, we gonna keep it a little balance, just like Neo Jazz. So, you see how certain shit with the industry people go with where the labels are going and all that. You can lose the underground shit. You know, when you see a situation like Memphis, Tommy Wright the third. I don't know, you know, Memphis Grizzly player and shit. Mr. Brandon, uh, whatever the fuck happened, he ended up fucked up. They didn't say details on any dying perspectives of anything, but I don't know whatever the fuck happened. You got Mr. Jason, who was an NBA player, Jason Collins, played for the Nets, all that shit. I don't know what type of brain cancer that motherfucker got. You know, shit, yeah. You hear all this just little shit, man. I think sometimes look at even Roy Jones Jr. talking about. Don't get me wrong, me. Mentioning these NBA players, I like the little background shit. It's like the smaller shit that's so much bigger. It's really big shit, but it's just not the lead shit. You know, the little backstories of, you know, when you get into whatever challenges, like college or Mr. Brandis, or anyone, you know, in that shit, you know. But it's different points of that shit, the challenges. So, just saying that, man. Another thing too, when you're looking at really where so many, you know, the challenges come about, man. You look into looking at certain shit like music or whatever, and you look to keep certain shit going, right? And even though it's something like Tommy Wright the third, Memphis is like 2G, he spoke on it and just said how it was dealing with the underground having an independent label. It wasn't like major market, but it could compete with the major market. I mean, Memphis really had all these aspects figured. I think that's where they beat Shy at. I seen Charleston White talking about the difference between Chicago and Memphis. Memphis had more realer um, dealing with their independent shit and underground shit. Don't get me wrong. There was like, you know, Chicago may have all the killing and shit. I mean, Memphis got probably a bigger murder rate or whatever, or bigger dope, cocaine shit. I mean, it's the South. You see where the hub is. But what I'm trying to say is, point of the underground, Memphis handled this shit. Look at Spanish Fly. Look at the way they took that shit and the dance and disco shit, like Spanish Fly and Gangsta Pad, and where they took it, Country Black, all that shit. I'm just saying. Um, I think where we going at with it is nowadays. I think a lot of the underground shit, you know, like the South shit blew up and had that shit in 2G and all that. You look at the shit that can keep going, like in the drill rap era. Again, we're mentioning this just in the point of the underground coming, you know, through the years and shit. And when you take a look at the things that Mr. Tommy right there, they had to keep on when motherfuckers tried to snatch the label and all those songs and, you know, the whole little business building or whatever he had. Zay got most of the shit back, but still, that was your Memphis Underground keeping on until like that. I think he kept the most of that shit, literally, from all the shit they tried to toss out. You know, all that. I think Tom Wright the third salvaged that motherfucker. Um, for the 2G coming on, like this past is 90 shit, but 2G on and you got Dog and all these other motherfuckers in Memphis doing it. I think Tommy Wright third salvaged the most, literally again, because got all the little shit they try to throw out of this building and all that record label, yeah, the little independent shit. So just saying that aspect of it, I think it's just the way the underground works. Shit, like we mentioned, Asia and Africa with the distilling, whatever. I mean, it's a way to kind of keep shit going. And I mentioned in the Memphis, and after the 2G decade, you know, you got Poppy back, the mixtapes, you know, all that little shit, dog, all that shit, man. The way you were saying this shit like that, man. Um, Again, when you look at what kept the whole like underground situation going, it ain't just the tapes, man. I think the reality of the situation was the biggest of the independent shit dealt with Tom Wright the third in terms of some shit like that. So I'm just giving an instance. So when you have that, they also hooked up in the shit with the city. The reason why Tom Wright the third shit got a little fucked up in the building with the laws came with somebody that told on him. You know, he had some hoes and shit like that. He had his reality shit going, and them hoes were actually in the bed, you know, selling ass and shit. I mean, it's Memphis, right? lot of that was reality in the mix too with the independent shit. What I mean is, at time right the third kind of definitely the biggest of that shit because 666 went on and hit that big blow up shit. The most of the underground, they just thought niggas gonna be done and locked up or some shit or dead. But you look talking about the third, that was probably your biggest reality situation underground. When they had all the shit like labels and whole reality, or cocaine or some other shit, or just the clubs, just all of that. You know what I'm saying? That was shit to keep the independent going, but the commercial shit, a motherfucker, they ain't gonna take this shit or take away this shit that easy. It's just ironic because see with the commercial shit where they at with theirs. But underground motherfucker, man, they try to have them throwing in a political fucking situation, you know, like the laws again, that's in the turn right at third and shit. And that's what happened. And wow, when that shit can happen like that, man, the underground taking on some of the really shit out of it. Not saying commercial and commercial, but they got they you know they got their shit. They you know with all this connections they got, but the underground you know taking on the challenge too. I mean it's all a working whatever fucking class you are in society or whatever fucking position you in. It's all a working regardless. So we gonna peep a little bit of both. I guess commercial, like just the mix. That shit we just been kicking on it. Right? We just been kicking on this shit, man. The whole shit. What we're saying is, you know, we mentioning like rap shit or whatever like that. We just the element base we mentioning like this milk here. We done added some shit. Element base we mentioning is underground and commercial, but it's just saying it's a few things in the rap because we gonna have some music shit along the way. It's gonna be for that. So some of the shit you see here, it's gonna go with some of the jam shit, or worship shit, man. Not necessarily gonna be Memphis, not necessarily gonna be New York, just gonna be some jam shit, man. Just all of it, just some shit, just some shit, man. You know, different shit. Just some jam. I mean, you know, there ain't gonna be a whole bunch of them joints, but it's gonna be a little more older shit. But you know, it's a couple of new shits that do its thing too, man. Ironic, some of the I mean, got some shit, you know, being real, but yeah, everybody, don't get me wrong, they still read out of lyrics. I don't want to say all, but flow, you got some flow shit here, definitely. I think it's I mean, say pretty good. We're talking about flow shit. That's just expressions and all that shit, yeah. Nah, but flow shit, hell yeah, yeah, that's on point, right? You know, it's damn near like 5 out of 5. That's like flow shit, or like damn near some shit like that. But you know, it's a little different than lyric. So yeah, man, we just doing that with this. Let's get our shit going. Been talking this shit for a minute, but we wanted to say where we at. Obviously, this ain't gonna say too long. We just adding some of this bread into it, even though it's regular bread, and it's still gonna go, man. What we doing? So let's check it out. Really chill. When we come back on record with this shit, actually, we gonna say some shit on it. We had a jam on with that. Right now, we're just gonna hit this with this. Just double bread in, and that's it. We'll soldier shit here or something, man. We're trying some shit. I mean, we done it before. I think what we gonna do now, we want to take it to a point where we may not be like the distillery that do that 67. That mold is fine because that's gonna concentrate the alcohol more. Plus, we putting it in the freezer, and we gonna show a little article that show where the concentrating increases with alcohol when it has moldy yeast. So we're gonna show all that. Uh, it's just a little article. They were doing it for potato waste conversion in a Pennsylvania school or whatever, and they wanted to see could they work it for bioethanol fuel, meaning gas, but also you could work it for regular alcohol too. The moldy yeast can go for that too, but it can go for bioethanol fuel. So in this case, we're gonna be drinking this shit here. Um, ain't nothing wrong with this shit. Got in a paint can, but the can is fine. In this case, this is a good ass can we got. Ain't no paint in it. No. it's just a cane. Just adding on to the yeast right now. We're gonna put it in the freezer. Do this thing there. That's what we just showing we put it. May not put it right now, but just doing it for right now. But like this. So the potato waste conversion shit, um, with all that starch and the moldy yeast, that's kind of what we had over there in that yellow tub. That's like some donuts. Um, we still we had to put some malted barley to try to break it down because a lot of starch and there's a lot of shit we showed on there. So we're still waiting on that, but it's still coming along. We had to add some extra water and all that. But what we're doing right here, it's just we didn't want to get the jam going right now, but let's see if we can do something. We'll have to wait. We just come back with it. Fuck it. Be done about this shit. I'm talking about we ain't done about this shit. I'm just saying we finna. Oh, we're gonna add some sugar on the side of this and a little bread up in here. We're gonna make a little small batch. This one we just stick it in the freezer like that. We're gonna check out one more aspect to make sure that should we let it sit longer or can we just drop that bitch in the freezer and still do its thing? Um, we want to try it like how we doing it right now. Just dump it in that motherfucker freezer. But we're gonna check out some more things and then we'll come back and see what we do. We have no issue with talking about it like this. We ain't never say we know every damn thing or whatever, man. But we underground for sure, so that we give our all to this motherfucker, man. And no, it ain't just a drink. It's a little more, man. It got some meaning and little shit behind it. Certain reality situations, we're dealing with, man. It's all real. We go ahead right here like this, man. It's all real right here. So we just dumping the rest of this sugar. I don't want to put two. I mean, I could put two more, but we just want to make sure it ferments because it's gonna hit the freezer and get concentrated anyway. So that adds to the moldy yeast, and that's not a lot of moldy yeast. The most moldy yeast we had, and it seemed like we taking a long time to explain it. We're just saying we're just going through. So we explained on the ground shit. We're talking about the moldy yeast. At this one point, is a small little moldy yeast. We're just saying over there was the big ass moldy yeast. We had a lot of. We showed the black water. That we had black water. It was just regular water, but a whole bunch of moldy yeast. We made it in a bag. But I mean, it was put it in some damp shit, though, to get it quick hit faster. So that's gonna really convert the starch in there, and it already has. We had to add more water because there's so much donut starch. Boom. So the moldy yeast can convert the starch, but because we want the donuts to still break down more starch, we just added malted barley yeast. So it may take a little longer. We're trying to see how that combination works too. We haven't tried that combination. So we're just checking out we see all the black mold because we turned it that way with the dampness. Put it in a damp spot to get it there quicker and shit. All right. We had put some water and put it in a damp spot. Boom. Turned out. The motherfucker turned out like that. That motherfucker got turned all the way out back. So we put that bitch back. Put that bitch up in there like that. So hey, black in his own bag, baby. Nah, it ain't that shit. I'm just saying. But that's what happened to bread with the cakes and shit. We just saying it like that. But none of the matter. We just added a little here. We got the peppers. But the donut shit, the main thing we're trying a combination of the malted barley. I'm gonna show a bag right now of it. And the moldy yeast. We just want to see this is what we put in. We might have added a little too much in here. We're gonna see how it turn out. The thing about it is what we're gonna as we look at it. So I guess we don't need the jam right now. Well, we're gonna get to the jam. As we look at it right now, ironically, the water, that's what it's turned to. All right. The water and shit in there, that's what it's got to be broken down to, right? So, yeah, here we go. It's a little better. So it's still breaking down. So what we gonna do? We gonna add some more shit because we want to kick it back. We don't want this shit to stop because it might be slowing down a bit. I don't know. We had to add water to it, but we had added those sodas in there too. So it's already a lot of sugar. So what we gonna do? Only thing we gonna do now is gonna add a little more yeast, and we gonna do our little research. Check it out. Ooh, that motherfucker oil in there. I think it's still bringing down. It was a lot of sugar sodas we put in there. The yeast shit was already in there. It's just thick. Um, I believe that obviously there's alcohol content in there. I think the thing with it too, man, I think the thing with the shit too, man, with it, man, is I mean, it's not gonna really like blow the fuck up in this bag. I mean, again, we put a lot of shit in there: donuts and mash, the sodas, the yeast shit in there. So we just want to make sure that the yeast we put in is it ain't gonna. I mean, it didn't say the potato waste experiment we saw didn't say to make the yeast mold up to a certain amount of moldy yeast. It didn't say to make it like this color or should it be super moldy. Nah, but what we did, we just went ahead and did that. So we're gonna see where it goes with it. Uh, it should work. It got on the socks this time, but it should work. Nigga got this. It's working. Should work. Nah, it's all good though. We ain't tripping. But it should work. But what we're saying, I think what might have slowed it. We might have had a little too much. I had a bad hand that day, literally, and so it's just I might have overdid this. I don't need that much amount of barley, so be careful of the amount if you add that to some more yeast for the potato waste conversion. Right, you want to do that shit, but they didn't do that experiment. We just wanted to add some shit, so we're gonna see how it turned out. Ironically, with the water we added, it was clumped up at first, but once we hit it with this, it kind of separated more. So I don't know. We're just waiting, and we're gonna check it out as the days go by. But we could actually put this in the freezer too, and we'll see what it turns to. I do believe there's some alcohol, but we're gonna test the shit and put it in a smaller little bottle. Maybe we'll just throw it in this jug because that shit already has the yeast and all that. We didn't want this one over here to explode. So we had it actually originally in this jug. But we just don't want it to fuck up and blow up on our ass. So we're just gonna do it in here like this. And gonna freeze it in like that. We added the sugar, we might just add some more sugar. And then what we gonna do with that one, that shit right there, that one's gonna go inside the jug, you see, laying out. Well, shit we tossed on the couch. So we're gonna do that shit. This shit we gonna do right here. We gonna make sure we don't overdo this. We definitely had so many damn donuts in there, it's gonna take a minute. So that one is not ready to freeze. This one should be able to go. We're gonna take this one over. You know, if we see that what we find out that you need to let it sit out here first like this and then put it in the freezer. Then we get that shit right back out the freezer. But for now, the sugar's actually pouring in. There you go, and let's see that pouring out. All right, I think that may be enough. I don't want to overdo this shit. Shit, we might just go ahead and dump some more. All right. Let's see for a bit more. All right, that should be good. Don't do something. We need to get the like 30 ABV or whatever, but that's still pretty damn good. Don't know what this shit'll be, but it'll do something. We're just gonna go with that. Got all them, what you said, the chili, just other little shit in there, but that shit gonna be spicy. Spicy as a 2% milk, man. So, damn right it's on the ground, baby. Ain't gonna do this shit, man. Don't bag it up. That's what it'll be. Yeah, a little bit more yeast. You just don't want to overdo it, but I go one more. I don't know, shit. Yeah, don't want no more. This ain't no super moldy yeast like what we had there, but it's still gonna add. Really concentrating. Try a little bit more here. Uh, oh, here we go. Go down tired of it. Gonna put it up. Well, we're gonna let it sit. Maybe we'll come back with a little jam. We're gonna just all we gonna do with this shit is just add a little bit of sugar. Well, make sure we can go ahead. This one been sitting, so it's doing some shit. So it's not gonna take long to ferment. If you see the bottom of how blown up it is, you can only squeeze a bit of it. So it's already gone, and ain't nothing in there but regular milk sugar, like the sugar that came in there already. So it's the next portion of it. It's like a couple of videos in one. We just spend the time work. But this gonna be the next shit right here. Just putting it in the freezer, and we're gonna run our jam. So we're gonna add some chilies right now to it. Again, this was about some underground shit. So this ain't just making no damn alcohol. We do our shit with it. It's representing, man. So get the rest of these chilies and shit. can't see him, but here you go, right here. Right here in the dark. There's gonna be some spicy shit in this motherfucker, man. What's up, y'all ass, talk about shit, man. Excuse the close up. I know it went close up in the camera, man. Just trying to step over right back over here. Oh well. Now we just getting back over here. You know that shit is, man. We should add more of the chilies in here, but we're gonna add a little bit in here. This one's gonna be done pretty quick. So, it didn't explode. I'm glad this shit curdled right, because we would have been blown the fuck up. You know, shit would have spilled out. So we're just gonna take care of these chilies right here. We'll be done, man. It's almost like we just practicing on this. Yeah. That's what we got up in there. Just put the whole shit in there like this. Crack it open to get them little suddy seeds and shit out. And that's the next little shit we coming with, but we just adding our shit in. That's it. Yeah, it's supposed to be a little damn music, but it's gonna be there. Shit. All right. And the rest of this shit, of course, is really molded. Definitely the bottom of it. But that's it for that one. Yeah, you see the bottles already. I mean, you can squeeze it, but not in full. Already, it's kind of fat, if you will, but it's good. We're gonna get this motherfucker in the freezer to the point we know this one don't work because we had the milk we showed in the bag over there earlier. The one that we tried to distill with, but the heat wouldn't come on. So, that's what it turned out to be. But we had the milk wine. It was a wine before we tried to distill it, and the milk wine shit was actually, some real. It hit that bitch hit, man. That's what you want. So because we got it to hit, uh, it's just a wine we know to do its thing coming out the damn freezer, and it's gonna work to that type of shit when we check it out. Coming out, oh baby, well MJG or some shit. I'm just saying some shit, but again we mentioned Memphis. That's what I'm saying, but it's not really a Memphis thing. We're just saying some underground shit. But the point I'm making is, this is the next point too. We're going into some underground shit. So, what we doing? Not necessarily around. Finna bag the rest of this on up, man, and get on to the next point of this damn shit for the jam. It seemed like it took a minute. We on our other shit, man. So don't get it twisted. But yeah, the other shit we're gonna do too is we're gonna come back with a little portion of the research. It's just the little potato experiments, and we wanted to add some shit to it. So we're gonna come up with the results. And shit, we got our shit we gonna do with this. Finna take these motherfuckers to the freezer. Um, but the main one we might need to keep this for a while because I think it'll just want to taste the shit. But after we taste that shit, we gonna put that one in the freezer too. So this one will sit out. We'll just see what happens. Um, this one also has already been fermenting, but without the bread or the yeast. We just added, but it already, like, it blew up. The milk jug that we had in it already blew up. So we know it's on point to go with the milk. It only had the regular or the milk, the sugar that it already comes with. So it only has that. So we see how that one did in here. We put it in here. So we know what we added. It's already gonna blow up, do its thing. So now we got that shit over there to run. We're gonna use that one as a prime. We're gonna use this one for the freezer, and then we just do it like that. Just shake it out, coming back. That's it. Point here, going into all the shit, man. It's a jam and all that, man. We do all that shit like that, nigga. What? Like that, man. Not just endless ass, um, game world support. Nah, man, we doing underground shit right here, man. So, hey, pertaining to being caught up, to being free, you know, no matter the sort of shit that the society trying to bring into reality, the obstacles, we got all that. Don't fidget in here, baby. Be past the shit bullshit. But we're gonna work this motherfucker up. So we there, overlook it, whatever. Hey, don't matter. We're gonna work some shit up. Just gonna roll us, this little distilling. So I think it'll do something. This ain't no spoken word, but underground got work, baby. But reality, real, yeah, all that shit, you know. So it's not that news report first shit. It's just underground work shit. Let's get it, baby. But news report shit, you best believe we're gonna peep a little reality around some shit. what we talking about. But I'm saying it's something else too with it, man. But it's in the mix of all the news verses and 24s and 48s, and you see the what they call that first 48s and all that shit. It's a society of hell, but you still got positive shit, man, and that's what we're doing. So not to miss and to just be pitied or pit, for a whack ass type of situation that it take away the excelling. So we're gonna excel in this hell and shit, man. That's what I'm saying. Uh, Fuck it, man. It's like that. Real nigga shit, man. Pot. I mean, getting goals accomplished. You know, that's what it is. So it's like that, man. And, regardless of the, all this shit, man. It's a lot of it's a lot of shit. You got bought cause for profits and all this, and you know, broke hearts, and just compartment, all that. It's just torn. It's just born. It's just society. It's all that. But we gonna still envision our shit, man. And it's like that coming from the heart. All that, even warm, just all that, down to the dust of the ass. So it could be just dirt, dirt, finger, whatever, just all this shit that go on turmoil and all this, you see it up, baby. So we tying this shit up, you know what it is. That's on the wheel, you know. That's what it is. Hey, come on, hey, it's just we do more. So it's like that. Turn on, do more, shit. And we turned over, So that's what it is. They stirring all the fucking ball and shit, but it's all real. Stir that bitch, and we still coming out here, baby. We're gonna do it on the freeze, right? A little bit, but it's gonna come out dripping, like this shit they say, man. So, motherfuckers, all this shit, my dripping hitting, man, like that. So we want on the can. Now this little spoken word shit we doing. We don't, like I said, it still loses. What do you call them? Investigative shit and all this society shit you see this popping social statuses, glamour, and all that, and what a bitch, pan and set, just put it, spectacular, and and the glamour and shit. The spectacular and shit be the popularity and all that, and we're gonna make sure we, still keep our situation and stay on top of what we gotta be necessary, like that Malcolm X shit. And it's like that from the heart, but we still jamming, still bumping, funky shit, all that. It's what it is. Round as it gets with this shit, it keeps going around. It gets like the fucking world just keeps spinning. Okay, but the world is just a connection. The soul and earth shit been, and that's for real. That's where we're coming from on that shit like that. That's the real soldier. That's what it is, man. So the nerves, they be things. Sometimes you're wearing them things, but soul and earth shit been. They still keep gunning with that shit too. This is real. We talking about it, and mixable. It's good and bad, but it's all real, man. That's what we be doing. So, on that shit. Don't keep riding. Um, nerve of this shit, man. Hey, damn roll into and this. It don't matter, man. You should still be about this. We still about this to keep our work. I mean, about it, like about it on this shit. So, that's what we going with it, man. We're also when we come back, the next thing, Saturday was spoken word. We're gonna check out some other words and shit. Some other things with action. There's some shit we gonna get to it, but it be that. But this shit gonna be put in the freezer, as we said. Over there will be a while, and that's how we gonna ride. Be a little more underground shit that we gonna do. We for that shit we wanna do. We're going to. We might just need to ground the rest of this shit. We couldn't get the jam, but we alright though. I don't know shit. We gonna do our shit, man. So we here, work it. Oh, I guess the next point we going to too, man. This gonna be the next video series. It's short. It is short. We just doing a lot of shit at once, but we gonna make it, man. Um, oh, I know you see that right there. That wasn't exactly what we were trying to do, but it's just the Dr. Gordon's. But it ain't gonna be that. But it's something what we gonna bring into it. Of course, the Gardens known on moonshine. There was some broad, some old ass broad in his day that learned this shit from, whatever. But that's not where we're going with it. Not exactly, but it'll be a few things we mentioned that was a reality around certain shit going to other people. But it was working where this shit is now. I think with certain shit with reality, the ideal is some people are going to, people figure that with some of this shit there was certain ideals in the 1970s, Detroit, all that. With some of these, black organizations. So of course, we're gonna bring it to the situation in society with that and the communities too, a bit somewhat. It's not no old political shit. We still just doing our shit, but we keep it real too, man. So a lot of things seem slip. People say America's slipping, but it's not just like white corporations or such shit like that. You got shit that blacks been dealing with the shit. Let's keep it real. Now we going off here, but we'll maybe save it a little for the later. But Vanessa Williams shit ain't. We might have to bring that in this motherfucker. Yeah, I don't know, but we gonna jam some shit. It's gonna be a little mixture. But point I'm making is a lot of shit is still, if you look at what's been taken on. Don't get me wrong, you got whites been taking whatever shit, but what we saying in the community aspect, the minority shit been getting it fucked up. Or been getting fucked up, brothers, rather. Yeah. So, again, the fucked up shit happening a little more. We know that, though, it's, now you see the society is putting more shit out there. So, we even see some of the gun trauma shit and all that now. Now it's out there in a bigger point of shit. It ain't just old block shit. Now the block shit even went up into some more shit. Y'all see some of that, some of them little, some say city or hood ass, the internet, well, they're really just TV shows. They just happen to be on the internet. There's several of them. Even that shit done went up into something else. I know people have seen there's various of them shows, especially the Atlanta ones. You got other places shot, but Atlanta ones is gonna be really, they kind of hit a certain way. It's not Memphis or whatever, but y'all know the Atlanta ones kind of. You see, it's a few of them. People know the reality. It's the reality, whatever. People know the nigga with the sunglasses, the Avenue shit and all that. I'm just saying, there's several of them shits, man. They go on. What I'm trying to say is, when you look at kind of where that, even all that shit that went in, so you can tell it's going a little bit more into all the shit that can get that profit in, and some of these wild court cases, the living, like living properties or whatever they call them. All that is mixed. And when I say it went up, it's this day battle, like, or not day battle. It's this situation of gaining, like taking whatever it seems. That's playing into the mix of all this other shit people want with votes and laws and money reparation. Just a lot of shit. And I think it's going into this situation where we talk about, America slipping and shit. Um, it's really it ain't just them white corporations. It's just people surprised to see that shit as up as it's been and lasted. That shit even slipped. You already know that getting fucked up here now, but you got a few niggas buying shit. Some thug. They hit a block or something on white hips. There's a lot of shit, man. So we just, it's not quite up in the big commercial right aspect, but it's still sort of underground. It's a block, right? It's on the city or whatever. So I guess it's still something, but it's just they put more money or put some money or some shit to it. But when you look at it now, man, all these things have had these bigger status situations. So we dealing with the underground. See, we start from I don't even know if you call that shit status. It's all real though. But even though these other situations give you bigger status, the biggest status of America is that they still, of course, certain corporations are still falling and all that. So it is a lot of that going on. But and also was saying some shit too, man. Uh, you know, you see the wild. These are whites. Y'all know the. I think they call Alexander brothers. You see how big the mogul shit is within rap. So all this shit them got like such a bigger status. And then people start talking about voting on the outside, like with the regular people and all that. Now that's got a bigger status with the people. So what we're saying is, in the mix of it, you have shit like the Alexander brothers and they sex and trafficking situation or whatever like that. A lot of you hear some of these rap situations got into that point of shit. And where it goes, when you look at the situation of votes and politics and shit, that isn't exactly, it's slip maybe, but not in like a money way. It's just slip because of where the voting and all that. Now that's getting into a bigger, intricate situation. So you see all this going on, and I think it's just it's playing the snakes at each other, man. There's some shit people haven't seen like this with all this rap and all this entertainment and sex trafficking and all this other shit in the mix. What's going on like that, man? And like I said, the old hood black shit is even up in some of these upper status or situations, and you don't expect that from that point. But at times, I guess it's just shit going ironically, even though America is slipping in certain corporations. But I don't think certain nigga shit ain't lasted that long. And when you see it, people see most of the white systematic shit that lasts so long. So that's before, it happened whatever. But we know already had certain shit where it didn't get to last like the white systematic shit. But it's what it is. But when you still see it now you see all of this shit, Norby shit, ICE, all that. Now it's getting all these bigger American, when I say bigger American stat, I mean it's putting a bigger like warring at each other, like tail, or warring at each other, warring tail at one another. When I say that, I just mean the corporations. Now they're in the mix of a battle. So even though it seems like they fought, now look at this shit they battle. It's not saying that what it's meant to be or what it's not meant to be. We're just saying now when the battle includes all these other status game situations. I'm just noticing that. So you take that and you look at where the commercial shit is and and how they moving, and they got to deal with the battleship. But so does any kind of any motherfucker. So when you look at inflation of these prices and all that shit, I just think it's a little mini. It's not a war, but they're trying to war shit. I think it's the status shit, man. So how many organizations like do with the people are there? But we seen a bit of guns. That's why I say this ain't maybe about guns, but it's a little something. Talk a few about it over there. Trying to survive in the mix as America at that time had its lasting corporations going on. So they had the tail for lasting back then. Nowadays, they got the tail for the battle, but they lasted all these fucking years, like way past Gore's younger writing days. So that's the mix of shit where we coming at with this underground shit. You seen the lasting, you see the falling, but you see what they're doing in the mix of the falling. You see the corporation, and they still putting up shit. Um, whether they're black corporations or white corporations, they putting up shit. So, but people are looking at the white systematic shit because they made pretty much made the corporations. So you gonna see how that shit lasts or what it's gonna deal with now and how it's gonna go through and pull through. But they got all this other shit too. The votes, they got all this other shit. So it's just something a lot more to the tail of what I'm saying. Same with that underground shit. That's all. What we were gonna see with the minorities and the ICE and the white corporations, all this shit, see where it pan out to with the people because it's gonna be looking for people and deciding to keep these corporations kind of going, but the corporations have other shit too with it, and their statuses and connections, new world order, whatever that they're gonna use for them. I mean, they're also gonna use within that mix to keep it going as well as the people. So I'm thinking that's where the little warring is coming into with the bonus. It's just where the people are going to be put into with certain corporations getting more lasting elements. That's what they're trying to do. Because that's going to go supposedly as whole living conditions. But there's a little more to it, man. We're coming on some soul shit. You know what it is. it ain't just the world, man. I know 007 said that shit, Mr. Pierce Brosnan or whatever. I get it's a movie. I don't want to go too much of that, I guess, but the world is not enough. But we gonna see how these motherfuckers do with it. They gonna try to make it a certain way. All right, that's what they do. They will make that shit a certain way, man. So we gonna make the underground shit a certain way too working. So that's what we doing right here. Just a little bit still, like I said, we went on to the next shit. Just like go on to the next shit, bro. It didn't matter how much shit got down bad with him trying to deal with the underground aspect of writing the books, putting them out in liquor stores, spots of poem flick shit back then, like peep show spots, shit like that. He weren't in the major bookstores. Now they are now, yes, because that's how it's went. People got more deal or whatever. But in Gordon's day, they were really just in the liquor store. Had even books and magazines and shit, and Gordon's was popping in that motherfucker. Feature itself another way he got on. But I'm just saying, away from that, because it ain't mainly about that, but it's a little bit. Just rapping some shit. When you look at it, man, for the peep show spots or whatever and all that. And now, those weren't looked at bad back then. They were, but not exactly like the way now. Now people just porn and they trying to say it's destroying you. Well, back then it was literary. It was art. Jackie Chan said that shit. No lie. Mr. Jackie Chan himself said that shit. Back then, yeah, it was porn. I had the art and that type of shit to it. It doesn't do that now. Not exactly. Some do, not all. Yeah, I've seen some wild shit even with the jazz and all. But that's the 1990s shit. Now that was bomb shit. But these were like no amateur freaknik flicks. But they were coming off from the freaknik shit had steppers, like really real dancers, trained dancers, steppers, all that shit. So there's a lot more to certain shit. But like we said, it's more to the tale. So we just